Silence is a powerful weapon, a tool that can shape conversations, shift dynamics, and reveal the strength of an individual who understands its value. In the realm of Stoicism, speaking less is not a sign of weakness but a manifestation of wisdom, control, and self-discipline. The ability to remain silent in the face of provocation, chaos, or meaningless chatter is a skill that few master, but one that holds immense power. In this exploration of the 10 key traits of people who speak less, we uncover how silence can be used to foster personal growth, gain respect, and navigate life with greater purpose. The first trait of individuals who speak less is their ability to listen deeply. Unlike those who constantly seek to impose their views on others, these individuals absorb information, process it thoroughly, and respond only when necessary. Their words are measured, impactful, and carefully chosen, ensuring that when they do speak, people listen. This trait is closely tied to the second key characteristic, introspection. Those who value silence often spend a significant amount of time reflecting on their thoughts, emotions, and actions, allowing them to cultivate self-awareness and wisdom that guides their decisions. Their self-reflective nature ensures that they are not controlled by impulse but by careful deliberation, leading to greater emotional stability and clearer decision-making. The third trait is emotional control. When faced with conflict or adversity, they do not react impulsively but instead exercise restraint, choosing silence over unnecessary confrontation. This ability to remain composed not only diffuses tense situations but also places them in a position of strength, as emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful tools in effective communication. Instead of reacting out of anger, frustration, or fear, they internalize their emotions, process them rationally, and respond only when it serves a meaningful purpose. The fourth trait is their ability to command attention. Paradoxically, those who speak less often find themselves being listened to more. Because they do not waste words, people become naturally curious about what they have to say. When they do speak, their words carry weight, influencing others more profoundly than those who constantly seek validation through excessive talking. This is rooted in an essential Stoic belief that wisdom does not come from excessive speech but from deep understanding and calculated responses. The fifth trait is their heightened observation skills. While others are distracted by the need to be heard, those who embrace silence are keen observers of their surroundings, picking up on details that others miss. This makes them excellent judges of character and skilled in understanding the unspoken messages that dominate social interactions. Instead of relying on verbal cues, they focus on body language, tone, and energy, allowing them to perceive hidden emotions, motives, and intentions. The sixth trait is their strategic use of silence in negotiations. Whether in business, personal relationships, or debates, silence can be an incredibly powerful negotiation tool. It causes discomfort in the other party, compelling them to reveal more information or make concessions. Those who speak less understand that silence can shift the balance of power in any discussion. When faced with an aggressive opponent, they do not rush to defend themselves with words but instead let silence create an atmosphere of psychological pressure. The seventh trait is their natural ability to avoid unnecessary drama. Because they do not engage in gossip or frivolous conversations, they remain detached from conflicts that drain energy and mental peace. This aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing only on what is within one's control and letting go of external distractions. By choosing not to participate in trivial discussions, they protect their mental clarity and avoid being dragged into pointless arguments. The eighth trait is their freedom from arrogance and pride. While many use words to boast about their achievements, those who practice Stoic silence let their actions speak louder than their words. They understand that true confidence does not require constant verbal affirmation but is instead demonstrated through consistency, discipline, and results. Their self-assurance is not dependent on external validation, making them naturally respected by others. The ninth trait is their deep sense of patience. They are not in a rush to voice their opinions or prove their worth. Instead, they observe, wait, and act only when necessary. This patience allows them to make better decisions, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and maintain control over their emotions. They do not fear silence because they recognize its power in giving them time to assess situations and choose their responses wisely. Finally, the 10th and most crucial trait is their resilience in adversity. When faced with challenges, they do not panic or complain but endure silently, focusing on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Their ability to embrace silence during tough times allows them to remain strong, adaptable, and focused on personal growth. In moments of crisis, they do not waste energy on unnecessary words, but channel their focus into actions that bring real change. Their resilience is deeply tied to the Stoic principle of amor fati, the love of fate, where they accept hardships as necessary stepping stones to growth. They see adversity as an opportunity to build character rather than an obstacle to be feared. This mindset shift allows them to stay centered in chaos, unaffected by the noise and distractions of the world. Moreover, they do not seek external validation for their struggles, nor do they complain about their hardships. Instead, they quietly work through their difficulties with determination, knowing that true strength is demonstrated through perseverance. This is why Stoic individuals are often seen as pillars of wisdom and strength. They do not react emotionally, nor do they allow external circumstances to dictate their inner peace. Their ability to remain silent in times of struggle is not a sign of weakness, but a profound indicator of their inner power. In essence, the art of speaking less is not about suppressing one's voice, but about understanding the immense power that silence holds. It is a tool of influence, a source of strength, and a pathway to wisdom. In a world filled with noise, those who can master silence hold an advantage over those who speak endlessly without purpose. Speaking less does not mean being passive or disengaged. It means being intentional, measured, and strategic with one's words. People who speak less are more in control of their emotions, less reactive to the chaos around them, and more aligned with their higher purpose. They do not waste their breath on trivial matters, but conserve their energy for what truly matters. This practice, deeply rooted in Stoicism, leads to a life of clarity, purpose, and inner peace. The more we embrace silence, the more we cultivate self-awareness, strength, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace. By learning from the principles of Stoicism, we can all begin to implement these traits in our lives, choosing to speak only when necessary, observing more than we react, and finding power in the spaces between words. The world may be loud, but true wisdom is often found in silence. In conclusion, mastering the art of speaking less is not just about reducing the number of words we use, but about refining our entire approach to communication, emotional regulation, and personal growth. Those who speak less are not weak or passive. They are, in fact, incredibly powerful. They wield silence as a strategic tool, ensuring that when they do speak, their words carry meaning and impact. The ability to remain quiet in unnecessary situations, to withhold emotional outbursts, and to observe rather than react is a skill that can completely change the way we experience life. In the modern world, where distractions, social media, and constant noise dominate our daily existence, the power of silence is often overlooked. Yet, if we observe the greatest thinkers, leaders, and philosophers throughout history, we find that their wisdom did not stem from excessive talking but from deep introspection, calculated speech, and an unshakable understanding of the power of restraint. By embracing silence, we give ourselves room to think, analyze, and act with intention rather than impulse. This shift allows us to take control of our emotions rather than letting external circumstances dictate our state of mind. This aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to focus only on what we can control and let go of what is beyond our influence. We cannot control the words or actions of others, but we can control how we respond. Those who speak less are often in greater control of their reactions, refusing to be pulled into unnecessary conflicts or debates. They do not need to argue for the sake of validation, nor do they engage in conversations that do not add value to their lives. This practice not only preserves energy but also fosters a deep sense of peace and resilience. When we learn to observe more and speak less, we become better at reading situations, understanding people, and making well-informed decisions. Silence allows us to notice details that others miss, giving us an advantage in personal relationships, negotiations, and even self-improvement. The ability to pause, reflect, and respond rather than react is what separates those who are emotionally intelligent from those who are controlled by their impulses. The practice of speaking less also builds a strong sense of self-confidence. Those who are comfortable with silence do not feel the need to prove themselves through words. They let their actions speak louder than anything they could ever say. In contrast, those who constantly talk often reveal insecurities, trying to gain approval through excessive explanations or arguments. The ability to be silent in a world that rewards loudness is a sign of true self-assurance. It demonstrates that you do not need to seek validation from others because you are already secure within yourself. This is why the most influential leaders, thinkers, and philosophers throughout history have practiced silence as a virtue. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, often reflected on the power of self-restraint, reminding himself in meditations that true strength comes from mastering one's emotions and reactions. Similarly, Epictetus emphasized that wisdom is found not in talking but in listening, understanding, and applying knowledge to life. The ability to remain silent, process thoughts, and only speak when necessary is not just a strategy, it is a way of life that fosters strength, wisdom, and personal power. Furthermore, silence is a powerful tool in relationships. Whether in friendships, romantic partnerships, or professional settings, those who listen more and talk less are often more respected. People appreciate those who truly listen rather than those who dominate conversations with their own opinions. When you learn to embrace silence, you develop a natural ability to connect with others on a deeper level because you are no longer focused on responding or proving a point. You are genuinely present in the moment. This presence strengthens relationships, builds trust, and fosters meaningful connections. Many conflicts arise because people speak without thinking, letting emotions dictate their words. However, those who practice restraint avoid unnecessary arguments and misunderstandings, ensuring that their relationships are based on respect and understanding rather than emotional outbursts. In addition to strengthening relationships, silence is also a powerful tool for personal growth. In moments of solitude, we have the opportunity to reflect, analyze our thoughts, and gain clarity about our goals, values, and purpose. Without constant noise, we can listen to our inner voice, develop self-awareness, and align our actions with our true aspirations. This is why many great thinkers, from ancient Stoics to modern philosophers, have emphasized the importance of solitude and introspection. By choosing to speak less, we give ourselves the space to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We begin to detach from the need for external validation and instead cultivate inner peace. Moreover, silence is one of the most underrated forms of strength. In moments of conflict, those who remain silent often have the upper hand. While others waste energy on unnecessary arguments, those who practice restraint conserve their strength for what truly matters. Silence can disarm opponents, create psychological pressure, and shift the dynamics of any situation in your favor. When you do not react immediately, you give yourself the opportunity to think strategically rather than emotionally. This ability to pause and assess situations objectively is a skill that can be applied in business, negotiations, leadership, and personal relationships. It allows you to remain composed, unaffected by distractions, and focused on your long-term goals. Another significant benefit of speaking less is the ability to protect your energy. Many people waste mental and emotional energy on meaningless conversations, gossip, and arguments that do not contribute to their growth. However, those who value silence are selective about where they invest their time and focus. They do not engage in negativity, drama, or pointless debates because they understand that their energy is better spent on personal development and meaningful pursuits. This is a key Stoic principle, focusing only on what adds value to your life and letting go of anything that does not serve a higher purpose. By speaking less, you naturally filter out distractions and stay aligned with your true path. Additionally, embracing silence allows us to become more mindful and present. In a world where people are constantly distracted, those who speak less and listen more develop a heightened awareness of their surroundings. They notice details others overlook, understand unspoken emotions, and cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the present moment. This level of mindfulness enhances every aspect of life, from decision-making to emotional well-being. Instead of being consumed by external noise, they cultivate inner stillness, which leads to a greater sense of fulfillment and peace. In essence, the decision to speak less is a transformative shift that can redefine how we interact with the world. It is not about suppressing our voice, but about refining it, ensuring that when we do speak, our words are meaningful, impactful, and aligned with our values. It is about mastering the art of restraint, learning when silence is the best response, and using our energy wisely. This practice, deeply rooted in Stoicism, leads to a life of greater wisdom, purpose, and clarity. The world may be loud, but true strength lies in the ability to remain silent when necessary, to listen more than we speak, and to cultivate a presence that commands respect without excessive words. By incorporating these principles into our daily lives, we begin to experience a profound transformation. We become more mindful, more emotionally stable, and more in control of our actions. We learn to navigate relationships with wisdom, make better decisions, and conserve our energy for what truly matters. Most importantly, we develop an unshakable inner peace, one that is not influenced by the noise of the world but grounded in self-awareness, purpose, and resilience. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is the presence of wisdom, and those who master it unlock a level of power that few truly understand.